Chelsea Zeiser with Women in Comms, and we're here at the 2020 Vision Summit in Prague. I'm joined by Lauren de la Fuente with Boingo and Terri Reintjes with Sprint. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Well, okay, so I work for Boingo. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Communications. So I work on all of our B2B, PR, creative, media marketing, and I'm really excited to be here in Prague. This has been fantastic, so thank you.
And I'm Terri Reintjes, as you mentioned, and I'm with Sprint, and I've been with Sprint 30-something years. I'm the Director of Architecture Planning for Sprint in the network organization.
So thanks so much for joining me. Just wanted to start by talking about some challenges that you both may have faced in what's predominantly a male-dominated industry and how you've addressed those challenges. We can start with you, Lauren.
Well, I think you have to be fearless. You have to ask for projects. Raise your hand, always want to be taking on that next challenge. I think you need to not, be afraid to just stand your ground and have a seat at the table and believe in yourself. So in terms of the challenges, I see them as I just take them head on.
So I don't know, Lauren, how long you've been in the industry, but I think we're pretty close in age maybe. So I started in the 80s, and the 80s happened to be a really good time to start in telecom for a woman. We had a couple good things going for us because men at that time of our age were of like thinking. So there wasn't the men dominate women in the workforce from a peer level. However, from a negative, there were the men that were still leading the organizations that were probably older, obviously older from the baby boomer era, that really thought men still dominated the workforce. So in that aspect, we had our peers to help us move through and didn't hold us back. And as far as how we moved through that, to Lauren's point, right? You took on anything and everything that was interesting and that you thought could help your career progress.
And so what are your leadership styles and how do you lead a diverse team?
Well, I think to lead a diverse team, you need to hire a diverse team. So that is something that I am always aware of and really want to, hire and mentor women and also, a diverse workforce as well. And I think my leadership style is really energetic and fun and supportive, and I want to push women out there and make them succeed and put them forward so that they're getting the credit and they're feeling great about the work they do.
Yeah, I'd have to ditto that. But I think I'd add a little bit more to it as well. Having men on your team, you want to set the example for them that women can lead, and you also want to set the example that men in the workforce are just as important as women and vice versa, right? So the treatment of both are similar, same, but I'm with you. You want to push the women a little bit more, right? Just get out there, do a little bit more because you want them to succeed as well.
So Lauren, you mentioned mentoring. What are some mentoring opportunities or programs at Boingo, and what's your advice for women that may be seeking a mentor?
If you're seeking a mentor, find someone who you think believes in you and make sure you have continuous dialogue and talk to them and be honest about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, the kind of work you want to do. And I think they'll really help you along. And that could be someone, at your company. It could be someone outside your company, somebody you meet at one of these conferences, but don't be afraid to ask. In terms of Boingo, we have a Women of Boingo group that we have educational programs, and it's an opportunity also there to find mentors within our organization. And I think that's, really important for women. I always, coming along, in my career, it seemed like men always had mentors because they grew up in, team sports. And so that was sort of natural. So I think it might not always be natural for women to find a mentor or have a mentor. So you really need to seek it out. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about in terms of leadership and women since we're here at Light Reading 2020, is an organization called 2020 Women on Boards, which is 2020wob.com, and that is in the year 2020, 20% of public boards will have women on, and that's really important for championing the women experience in organizations. So you can go there and learn a lot about it, and I'm just really excited about that.
So similar to Boingo, we have different organizations within Sprint for men and women for mentoring. We have very formalized programs to help folks when they're trying to move from level to level. And those mentoring programs are usually year-long, couple years long, and they're very helpful, and folks really enjoy those. We also have an employee resource group. That's one of the groups is specifically for women, and it's called WISE, and it enables women to network across the company, learn more about other organizations, and also help out the community in some nonprofit type volunteer roles.
So what's your biggest piece of professional advice and maybe advice for Generation Z that are considering a position in the communications industry?
I would just say do it. There are so many opportunities that it's really exciting. And I think that we need more women in comms. When I look here at this event, we met because we were like, oh my God, there's not that many women here. And we really connected. So I think there's this huge opportunity, whether you're young or you're in your mid-career or wherever you're at, to really just find a new opportunity in comms and then let your career grow. There's definitely a lot of opportunity, and women are very much needed in our industry.
My suggestion would be for women is network. Network. As long as you're out there and you're meeting other women and other men, whether it be in the telecom group or whether it be outside of your company. For instance, nonprofit type organizations, getting more engaged with nonprofits, you meet more women and you learn from their experiences, which just enables you to grow within your own.
Well, thanks so much for your time today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.